state. They'll be calling you a radical. So, this is a big story. This is breaking. This is more evidence against NUSCALE in the state of Utah and all the politicians in Utah that they belong in prison. I exposed the fraud, the bribes that have gone in Utah. I fed it to them on a silver platter. This is a big story. So get your seminar for football. Get your bell out, Ohio football. Energy First Stadium. Why can the Browns never win? Ernest Biner on Balco. Marty Schottenheimer on chemo. Freaking Bernie Kosar on. Why can they never win? Why can they never win? You know, Jim Brown used to win. Paul Brown used to. Oh, he went to Cincinnati. Well, how come they can't win? When your stadium's named after nuclear bribers, put the bribees in prison. 4 of them. Larry Householder, one's already committed suicide. Not the bribees. I will quote the bribees. First Energy that bribed you. NUSCALE. I will quote them. You can't put us in jail. Price Anderson. You don't even, the American public doesn't even know what Price Anderson. They re-upped it in 2005 for 20 more years. The Immunity Act. So this is a giant story. The NRC, because they switched chairs. Talk about a criminal. So Jose Reyes, NUSCALE, all over the media, all over Utah is already funded. $500 million right out of your amps, out of your bill. Out of your power bill. It was for wind and solar. I exposed all this fraud in real time as it was happening. Kenwood Financial was their original funding. Ponzi scheme, he's in prison right now. NUSCALE from hell. The NRC yesterday rejected a California company. Now they're all getting in on it. They're going to go to, everybody's going to Ohio. They picked the wrong state, you fools in Ohio. The NRC, new chair, rejected. The old chair, get this, she worked at Idaho National Lab. What? With Jose Reyes, the CEO of NUSCALE? I asked Sean Reyes, our Attorney General in Utah, I asked Sean to his face at the Bear River Massacre. By the way, that's the 29th this year. I doubt I'll go again because anybody who went last year, Blake Moore went last year. I go every year. I didn't go COVID through the native community, pass out the smallpox blankets. I asked him. He's at the... Cox is so ignorant. I mean, this guy is ignorant. I've asked him about SMR. Funny, this is our governor, Governor Cox, who's in bed with Bill Gates to nuke Wyoming. Going to build one in Wyoming. What? I'm at the Bear River Massacre site, and what? Utah shows up the first time? They used to call it the Bear River Battle when I was a boy. And I'm like, what? At the massacre site. And I asked Sean Reyes, I said, you related to Jose Reyes? Let me make it perfectly clear, I'm not related to that guy. Okay, what about these little SMRs that we're funding in the state of Utah? This corruption right here in Idaho. I don't know what those are, Kevin. Then he turns around and says, I want to make this perfectly clear. I am not related to that guy. He is related to that guy. I mean, that's his nephew. You know, Sean's his nephew of that dude in the Philippines. Oh, yeah. Governor Cox told me, he says, he got up and spoke. The reason the state of Utah is here for the first time, this was Utah territory. After I said, why you're in your ignorance in public? Aren't you running for governor? What are you talking about? This was never Utah territory. Whoa. I says, Washington. That's not what we're told. I says, you can't even go boo-boo-boo on a Wikipedia page before you come? This is the puppetism. So this is a big story. They switched chairs. This guy says no. Yet, NUSCALE says yes. Different head of the NRCs. Allison McFarland, the only one that ever confronted her to cover up Fukushima. I know Jagger Gackel in the Situation Room had to say, he knows I know. I know what he did. I saw who you are and I know what you did. Allison McFarland snuck out the back room so she didn't have to confront me and have a conversation with me on camera. But in the hearing, I confronted her on the cover up of Fukushima. This is a big story. They've rejected it, but they approved the NUSCALE one. Different heads. The chair of the lead of the NRC, I mean, wake up in Utah. It's fraud. I mean, NUSCALE, remember when I used to chant with a central line hanging out of my jugular vein? Remember that? I'd go into the Capitol. My doctor used to take me over there. Says, Kevin, look at this. My doctor at the top of LDSC say Fimbo Peterson's an anti-nuker. I was full critical condition doing all this. Why they hired troll. Mike Lee kicked me on Medicaid. When his father, I got to tell you, Kevin, my dad's a down. What? This is a big story. Why can't the Browns ever win? When your stadium's named after First Energy, the nuclear bailout, and they still bailed them out. I want your other sister. First Energy Solutions, Utah Jazz. You know the story about Bobby Sloan and Sloan's mistress? Oh, I do. Yeah, Bobby, I loved her. She died of cancer. Energy Solutions. They disrespected her so hard, so did Jerry. I mean, I wonder why they can't win. Stockton to below. Freaking car dealerships. What? The Millers have sold out for billions, trillions, gazillions. One Google. Uranium, one Google. Take one down, pass it around, another one bites. Getting real creepy in this country. I mean, talk about the birds. So we'll be celebrating again. I'll do it right there at the Wattis Curse. They built that in Ogden. Oh, that place is creepy. In Ogden, spend all that money. Yeah, that's the Wattises. The Wattis Curse. And Weber State wonders why they can't win a game. Go ask Damian Lillard up by 20 points in the freaking Big Sky Championship game and lost. Go ask him. Go ask him. Go ask him. The Wattis Curse. I wonder why they can't win. They keep bowing to these billionaire, gazillionaire, nuclear energy looting robbers. Price Anderson, the Immunity Act. This is a big story. The NRC has rejected their permit. Yet the NRC approved NUSCALE. Wow. Wow. The elephant's foot in the room. Fukushima. Scotland turns another one off tonight. You know Trump and Hillary's lines are both traced to the same person in Scotland. Jonah Bonaparte. The two sons of Jonah Bonaparte. Whoa, talk about Longshanks on Balco. Guess what their name is? Look it up. Donald 1 and Donald 2. Uranium 1 billion. This is a giant story. In the First Energy, and I wonder why they can't win. I wonder why the Jazz can't win. Vivid? Aren't they in an investigation for a Ponzi scheme now? Well, the NBA is a Ponzi scheme. Well, it's a slave-made goods made for $1, buy a jersey for $350. I told Damian Lillard right to his face, aren't those little in the Chinese bunkers sewing all them uniforms and shoes? Aren't their fingers getting a little sore? Unconscious America. Let's see if this is still going. Little SMRs. One went on in China. Yeah, in 2018, and it went into some kind of meltdown. You don't believe me? Go ask Jennifer Graham Homer Claire. They sent the enemy. Go ask the French whistleblower. He says 74 other in meltdown over there. Yet on the media every day, all we hear is Radio Goo-Goo, Radio Gaga, Nuclear Energy, Radio Goo-Goo. Every day they put up a new article on this first hot, small, salt reactor, thorium reactor, EPR, SMR reactor, yay, fairy tale. And they show a different picture of every reactor in China. Never seen the real reactor, but we know for a fact. Go talk to the French whistleblower. When France pulls the plug on their SMRs, EPR, but Utah's funding them. I fed them. I fed them on a silver platter. Look it up. The FBI went in there. I mean, householder and crew are going to prison. One of them are committing suicide, but not the bribees. What? The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate, a.k.a. the Untouchables. Thank you with the NRC. It's a big victory. Finally. We are the champion. Where'd you sleep last night? Where'd you sleep? Don't you lie to me. I slept in the Dead Pines. We're the sons from Fukushima, Japan. Oh, they always shine. Stay tuned. The elephant's in the room. The elephant's feet in the room. Fukushima. You see my gypsy. I'm going back to the... Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little nuclear energy lies.